What's up, y'all? I'm Quincy, design manager, principal designer, design director. I have been on this 30-day redesign journey, and we are on day 26. 26. Let's go. I'm super excited. If you don't know, watch the other videos on why I'm doing this, but we are making this thing happen. 26 days of this. Holy smokes, we have 4 days left. I'm super excited, super pumped up, really to take it all the way across the finish line. And thank you. Thank you for rocking with me, for being there for me, for commenting, giving me guidance, showing me the way. It's been incredible. Thank y'all. Anyway, we're going to get into some redesign today of eBay. We're going to redesign their report cover, their diversity, equity, and inclusion report cover, because honestly, it's terrible because there's none. It essentially doesn't exist. They have a report which goes right into the report without a cover. So we're going to design a report cover for them. All right. So let's get into it. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. All right. So we are on DVA's diversity, equity, inclusion part of their website. And it's nice. It's unique. You know, left, right, left image, right content, left image, right content. So it's following that type of flow. They have these symbols which represent their groups: Access, AEI, which is Asian employees, B Black employees at eBay. I'd be in there essentially. So caregivers, honor, which is probably paying homage to their military members. Pretty awesome, dope. So they have, you know, these groups, and then they have these charts essentially, and all of these circular charts. It's cool. I mean, they're all cool. You know, it just shows you their workforce, shows you, you know, how they get down. Essentially, their leaders, their tech, their non-tech, essentially, their race and ethnicity. So, you know, they have these charts going on, and I want to lean in to these charts when we're doing the report cover, because essentially it goes right into those charts. Let me bring up this, and you'll see. So it goes, you know, it introduces their communities, which is great. And then it gets right into those charts. You know, it just shows you them right away. And I want to just highlight these charts on the cover. So, you know, let me just zoom in on these. So taking that circular chart pattern and bringing it to the cover. So you guys excited about this? I'm excited about it. And let's go. Let's do this. Let's get into, we're going to take this to Photoshop. All right, let's go. All right, so now just going to grab their logo. I want to create a black and white version of it. I am an illustrator at this very moment in time. I realized, not too sure why, their logo is, I don't know how I grabbed it, but it had a bunch of white on it. Trying to grab a different version, see if that would work better, but it did not. So the first version I created was better than this. So going back to it, white and black, just so I have each and every one of their different color logos depending on the space that I'm creating. So I'm in Photoshop now. I'm gonna make 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to begin by bringing in their logo. Surprise, surprise. So I have the logo. So on the left, I'm going to put it right dead center. I'm going to center it right in the middle. So that's really where I want it. I don't want it anywhere else, just right in the middle. I'm going to put a circle around it. Put a circle in the back. Put another circle in the back. Hey, we could just call it quits and just walk away. I mean, that's pretty cool. But we're not going to do that. So put another circle back there. one more circle. No, actually, we'll leave it the way it is. Now I'm going to put in some images. Now it's representing their workforce, diversity, equity, inclusion. So I have this young lady with a gentleman. They're on a beach. I'm not too sure of the photo. It's just something I had already in my library. So we're just going to go with it right now. So there's a circle above it, which is the eBay logo. I want that to be really transparent enough that you see what's in the background. But then I have that image with the handicap. So I'm creating layers of transparency within these circles, because these circles essentially represent what's in their report. And I want to make sure each and every group is represented, Asians, blacks, white, handicap, anybody and everybody included in the workforce. And this is what this cover is. It includes everyone that's in the workforce. Now I'm just creating the transparency, having a little trouble. I'm not sure why Photoshop is just giving me an issue, essentially, but I'm gonna get it working. So I want that image on the right with that African-American gentleman. I want him to be transparent. It'll go from transparency to him, essentially, just faded up. But on the left-hand side is another young lady that I want to keep in there. So both are represented, both are there. And now we're just beginning this process of highlighting each and every group, essentially. So have them now, transparency is working. I'm going to put in the clipping mask right in there. So now I have 3 groups represented. Let's get another group. But I found this photo of this young lady, and I used it in a previous project of mine. She's listening to headphones. She's Asian, listening to headphones. I like it. Maybe she bought something from eBay, working there, which is the headphones. That's why she's so delighted. So, gonna make this transparent. Again, I'm having a Photoshop error. I'm not sure what this Photoshop error is. Every time I want to create transparency, so I figured I needed to take it out of the circle and put it back in after I create the transparency. So, but I realized on the right-hand side of it, you can still see some color from the previous. And I'm going to use this gentleman up here. I'm going to put him back there, but I need another image on the left, essentially. And I'm going to decide on another gentleman with co-worker, and they're just looks like they're going over plans, essentially. He has a big afro. Here he is. Enlarge him. See, they're going over plans. They're planning to take over the world. That's what they're planning. Now I want to create 4 corners of images of people of different racial backgrounds, but they're all look like they're having fun. They're enjoying their workplace, enjoying where they're at. And now, we essentially have every group represented within here. We have women, we have men, we have different racial backgrounds, handicap. One group we probably could get in here is the military, but we don't need that at this very moment. So I'm putting an outline on these, each and every circle that's encompassing the photos, maybe making it the uniform colors, primary colors of eBay, but I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Let's make a transparency that make that circle come out. Now, I'm going to create another layout, and we're going to do something slightly different, but we're still continuing with the circles, essentially. Now, maybe the circle should be a block of color where it's encompassing and you get to see that image in the background, but essentially all the primary colors of their logo. Trying it, see if I like it or not. I'm going to put this in green. So that background's green. So now all those colors are in there. Almost looks like the Cubs. I'm not sure. Oh, the Cubs logo is circle. The blue and the red is circle. but I don't like it. I'm gonna make another circle that just has the eBay logo in it. But I'm gonna take these colors out because I just don't enjoy it at all. Now I'm getting somewhere, you know, just trial and error, you know, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. You know, maybe it should be just one color. Maybe it should be all the colors. Maybe it should just be all white, essentially. I like it. I mean, I like the, you know, subtleness of it. You know, we could work with it. I'm going to bring in the copy, our 2023 Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Report. I'm thinking about making these wrap in on the lines, essentially, on the circle. So you would have diversity in one circle, equity in one circle, and then inclusion in another circle. So really just wrapping the text in the circle. Maybe that could work. Once I did the first one, I already knew it wasn't going to work. So to see how it looks, but I'm gonna play this process out. Maybe it sparks another idea. Sometimes you just have to go through with your original idea because it gives you a breath of life for a different idea. So we're just going through with it. I'm gonna put inclusion down there, make it black. I forgot the I. Now they're all uniform. Do I like it? No. So I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna put the entire title in, make it a little smaller, Roboto medium or regular, one of the two. And I mean, that's okay, you know, right below it. But I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with the layout, not satisfied with the text is, just not satisfied with the image in the back. I'm looking at the woman in the wheelchair. I'm not satisfied with it because it's not a work environment. So, you know, just working it out. So, you know, I put 2023 at the top, diversity, equity, inclusion at the bottom. Nope, don't like it. Let me change this photo. I found two amazing photos of women in their workplace in a wheelchair. I like it. I like her way she's cut out in that circle. That's tremendous. Absolutely amazing. So now, wow, I can see now there's layers, but there's layers upon layers. Things are transparent, things aren't transparent. So it's just following through with some of these ideas. You get a different idea. And this is what's happening. I'm getting a different idea. I pulled that circle that's within that circle out to the left, essentially, pulled another one that's behind it to the right, pulled the other one to the left. So now there's so many different complexity of layers happening and going, but it's everything centered. If you see it, all those circles are conjoining in to eBay, the logo. So everything, all their groups conjoin into eBay, the logo. That's tremendous. You know, it's absolutely amazing. So they're going to put our title in. And again, we are lending ourselves into the rest of the report with all of those other graphs that are all circular. And put a little outer glow on it. Not a fan of outer glows or a lot. You know, I want things just to lay on the page and your layout to speak. So now layout on the right is great. Layout on the left needs a little work, and we're gonna just do a little work to this, still keeping that circular pattern. So it's different. You know, it's different from the one on the right. I made these outlines larger, a lot larger. So now we're creating a lot more complexity as far as looking down, you know, but at some point it made me think of the Target logo. And I'm like, no, there's too much going on, you know, for the Target logo. So I put this young lady in here. That's the second photo I found of the person that's handicapped in a wheelchair. I don't like it. I'm going to swap it out with the lady that we have on the right, you know, more worky. You can see the wheelchair. She's looking, she's doing something. Now I'm looking at this and then I like it somewhat, but I wanted to make it look somewhat less of Target logo. So just made those outlines just smaller, condense those outlines. Gonna condense our type, our copy. I'm looking back and forth. Do I like it? Do I not like it? You know, it's all, I'm getting there. You know, I'm almost there to where I want to be. You know, let me add some color to it. You know, the brand colors. Maybe put that eBay black, make the text white. No, no, I think it still needs to be, I'm gonna make it smaller, bigger, try to work it out. I'm actually gonna go back to white where it should be. Now maybe this should be one color in here, one of their primary colors that I use. And I'm settling on this yellow. I like it, making this really look intricate. I mean, it's cool. You know, it's very cool. I'm feeling it. I like both layouts, one on the left, one on the right. You know, it just lends itself into the report. And that's what we wanted. We wanted to lean into the report. We didn't want to lean anywhere else. We want to lean into the report because there's only 3 pages in that report. And the second 2 pages have those charts in it. So we're just leaning right in. And I'm going to actually drop these layouts into the report so you can see them in context. Two different layouts, but utilizing the same patterns. You know, they already created a pattern within the report, so we're just bringing that out on the cover. Now I drop both layouts in there, looking at it, the long view of it, but I like it. I like both. And thank y'all. Let me show this to you guys. Here we go.